Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered and Functional. I'm your host, Mandy, and I'm here with the lovely Sashi baby.
Hello, hello.
Guys, this one's going to be a little quickie. Who doesn't like a little quickie in their life? Sometimes we just need to get things done, efficiency. And this will be like a little audio snack for y'all. Maybe you're in the car, maybe you're doing errands. Consider this a little tiny
Little
treat.
treat.
Little treat. Jinx.
Double jinx.
What we want to talk about right now, and hopefully the goal is for you guys to kind of pull something from this and apply it to your own life. Sash and I are in extremely busy seasons of life right now, which is a tremendously huge blessing. Literally, we talked about manifestation last month, and literally, there are so many things that we've been trying to manifest in our lives with abundance, whether it's like financial or business productivity, like leveling up, growth, and it's all happening. We've
Yeah.
literally gotten so many of
Yeah.
the things that we've wanted, but one of the things that come with that, with all of these wonderful blessings, is a little bit of a shortage of time. So we've had to be ultra efficient with how we're spending our time. Everything has to be pretty intentional. Now, that is not to say that we should have every second, every moment of our lives planned out in the calendar. Like that's what we're kind of running on right now. But I want this as a disclaimer to your life, 365 days a year for 10 years in a row. Like that's not what your life should be. But we have seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on this little treat of a podcast, I want us to each share one big thing or maybe a couple small things that we're doing to hold boundaries during this time to make sure that we get everything done, but also make sure that we're taking care of ourselves because we have to lead from the front. Talk to me, Sash. Talk to me.
Whew. Well, you definitely hit the nail on the head of it being very busy season, and I think seasons for the both of us, and I think that it's beyond just in like our business and in what our growth as coaches. But I also like when you said that, I was like, holy shit, like we are sprinting. Like your wedding is right around the corner. My wedding is less than 100 days out, like 90 something at this point. You're in prep. I'm in my bridal prep. Like there really is like, I feel like I'm a spider and there's like so many different legs sticking out and all of them are just a part of what's going on right now and it's so awesome and there's so much to be grateful for. And funny enough, I made a video the other day where I said while you're, having a hard time while pursuing your goals, like whether you're tired or whatever the case is, like don't forget to practice gratitude. And I think that this is one of the biggest things, but also a small thing that this is one of the biggest things that's holding me over, but also like a small thing that I make sure to implement in my every single day. Because when I look at my calendar and I'm like, okay, I have a client call at this time, and I have this at this time, and I have this, that, and the third, it's very easy to fall into like the I'm so busy and like have not in a negative way, but sometimes it could sound a little bit negative because it's like I don't have a moment for myself. I don't have a moment to play with Remy. I don't have as much time for the gym if I don't go first thing in the morning. So like reframing that and practicing gratitude and like this is what I asked for. Like this is what I wanted. Like I'm grateful that I get to serve my clients. I'm grateful that I have women coming to me wanting to make these transformations for now. Like I have a couple girls who are getting married soon also that are making transformations, a couple girls that want to compete soon that are making transformations, and it's really awesome when you are able to reframe and look at a very busy season in your life and be grateful for it because yes, this is what I asked for. So for me to be sitting and being like, I'm so busy, I got a little less sleep, I had to do this and I had to do that. It's like, no, I got to do these things and I'm grateful for them. So I think that that's one of the biggest things that's like helping during such a busy time is setting a boundary with myself of how I speak to myself during this time and making sure to really watch what I say to myself of keeping it like, Sasha, this is what you wanted. Like, this is what you wanted and you're getting it. So, and also just remembering that I would not have all of this on my plate if I could not handle it. Like, if I could not take care of it, if I could not do it. So it's all on my plate because I could do it. But then for like a very specific example of somewhere where I'm setting a boundary is my gym time. My gym time And I notice this sometimes, like while I'm working out, if I get a DM from a prospect, or if I get a comment, or if I get one of my clients messages me or something, I'm immediately in this mode of like, ooh, how can
On
I
it.
serve them? Yeah, on it. Like, let me respond right away because if I don't respond right now, the world's gonna collapse. And like, that's not the case. So something that I started doing when I go to the gym is I log out of my coaching trainer eyes and I log into my personal trainer eyes so that I have my workout going, even if I'm just doing cardio. Like I'm during cardio, I will answer to my clients' form videos that they send me through WhatsApp. But for the most part, when I'm working out, when I'm lifting, it does not matter if it's a great message, if someone needs like help in that moment, like what the case is, unless it's like, God forbid, like something very serious. My gym time is sacred. It is the
Mm.
only time that I truly, truly, truly carve out for myself until the end of the day. And it's also something that I'm working on of front loading my gym time and doing it either very first thing in the morning or the window that I have in the afternoon being a complete block off for just me. Phone on do not disturb. No one gets a response from me. Like that is just me.
Good.
Yeah. What
Good.
about you? Where is somewhere where you're setting a boundary right now with, how busy the season of life is?
Mm. Well, first of all, I'm very proud of you. Okay.
Thanks.
I'm very proud of you because I know you texted me earlier this week and we're like, oh my God, what am I gonna get my gym time in? And then like the next day you were like, boom, in the gym. And I'm like, okay, she got her gym time in. There we
Yeah.
go. There it is. For me, the biggest boundaries that I've put up has been also with my phone and also with messages and emails. Basically, I have in my handbook for my clients that like my hours of operation, if you will, like when you can expect like a response back. Otherwise, like if it's after hours, it'll still be, you'll still get a response within like 24 hours, right? But if it's like in hours, like it's going to be a little bit more timely. So I've had to be a little like strict. That's a boundary that I've put up that I am following strictly now. Before I would be a little bit more lenient about it if I was still on my computer and doing some administration stuff and then maybe like a message would roll in and it's not necessarily an urgent one but it's like an easy one like what do you think of this food product or something like that
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like what do you recommend for this vitamin. I'm like, oh, I could take care of that in 30 seconds, like why leave it for tomorrow. I used to do that all the time but then it was a reminder to myself like okay but it really isn't urgent and if I don't finish what I'm doing right now that's going to bleed into tomorrow and if that bleeds into tomorrow like I feel like I have still been trying to play catch up from when I did the Kentucky show in a way
Yeah.
and it's just like as of yesterday that I've finally gotten my evening time back to myself where I sit down I either do an Epsom soak which is I guess for my mental, but also it's for my legs and the oxidative stress of all the cardio for prep. So win-win. So I'm either doing that or I'm doing my compression sleeves and like on the couch with the dog. So I feel like I'm getting dog time in and they're getting attention.
Yeah.
And the other two, because I have two more boundaries I did. One was I quit my nursing job yesterday.
Major, major win over there. Long time
Yeah.
coming. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. It a lot of feels around it, but I mean, because my boss was like, "Well, you're only here one day a month. Like you could keep doing that." And I'm like, "I really can't." I'm like, when I'm here that one day a month, I'm behind my other work, but by like a day, sometimes a day and a half.
Yeah.
And then I'm working 6 to 7 days a week, which as an entrepreneur, I'm not complaining. I understand like if you choose to be self-employed, that's part of the game. Like you're working a little bit more than you would if you were at a regular 9 to 5.
Little
That's
bit, little bit.
girl, that's just how it goes. I get it. I know sometimes it's a lot of it, but with being in prep, that's something I've really been trying to have that boundary on is not working 7 days a week. If I
Yeah.
can, not even working 6 days a week, I'll do five and a half.
Yeah.
5 and a half. I'll do Monday through Saturday ish a little bit. And that's only for like some of the contract work I do. So that was a huge, huge boundary. And then the next one is cutting off the open spots essentially for functional, that there's a wait list, that there's a wait list there. So currently not intaking anyone actively for that. There is a wait list. If you'd like to work with me, you just let me know, send me a message, send me a DM. We can get you on the list. Otherwise, if anyone's looking for straight fitness or transformation, still taking clients for that for now until middle of June. Then there will be, or I'm sorry, middle of July. Then there will be a wait list for that just because I'm going to be on my honeymoon and getting married.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's amazing. And like I'm so proud of you for one, the nursing. Like I've been here since you were pretty much full-time nursing
Yeah.
and then part-time and then harder than part-time and then just like peace out. And it's crazy because a year ago I feel like having this conversation you would have been like, no way. Like I already did, like I pulled the band-aid off. So that's amazing. That's such a good win. And then as far as the wait list, like your energy that you pour into your clients, you pour so much of your energy into your clients. So it's only fair for you to be able to set something like a wait list, because at the same time, it's if you take on, and here comes my little side tangent, but I have a problem with coaches who have a 50 client roster
Yeah.
and they're all like prep and functional and this and this and that, because unless you have an assistant coach or unless you truly pour like every single day into every single client, I know that with my roster right now, like it takes me the entire day to go through all of my check-ins because sometimes a client check-in takes me 30 minutes. Sometimes a client check-in takes me an hour and a half. So it all, and just thinking about how well are you serving a client when you have 50 clients on your roster, you're probably giving them cookie cutter programs unless you have an assistant coach or unless you've just been doing this for so long that you have half of those clients are just like good on their own and like you just like check in with them. Cool, you're good, awesome, keep going. But like it also says a lot about your character for you to be able to put a wait list over there and take a pause and nurture and take care of the girls that you have, which you do obviously, but also make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well because this is what it's all about. Like yes, we're entrepreneurs, yes, we're building our businesses, yes, we're kicking ass and we're growing and evolving and transforming people's lives, but we're also in our own transformations during that also, like becoming a wife, becoming, getting back on stage again, just doing so many big things. So it's only right for you to enjoy that as well and pour into yourself as well. So that's awesome. Good for you.
Thank you. I love that. I love that side tangent, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like I love the women that I'm working with right now. They're phenomenal. And that will always be my priority is if you're working with me, like I want to make sure that you're getting an exceptional coaching experience. And I know that there are coaches out there that are like, my goal is 100 people on my roster, but it's like, okay, with that, you're making a bunch of money theoretically, but something has to give. Your responses are probably going to be a lot shorter. And maybe if it is like all prep clients and maybe they're like all dudes, so they don't want like a big response. They're just like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
cool coach. Yeah, what's up? That's my gym bro impression.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Seems pretty accurate.
Yeah. So like maybe if that's the roster, fine, maybe that makes sense for you. But I've also unfortunately met a lot of coaches or heard horror stories from clients that have come to me from these coaches where they're like bigger roster, bigger roster, bigger roster, and then the client experience suffers. And it's like, well, I also, like you, Sash, we have our own coaches. If I received a coaching experience like that, hell no. I'd be so turned off. I wouldn't pay that coach. Like, why am I paying you to send me two sentences and then ignore me?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't need a lot of hand holding, but I would like a little bit more depth to this. Part of coaching and a transformation is getting that connection with someone.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a rant even longer than that, but I just think it's really beautiful what you said. So,
Yeah.
guys, we are going to wrap up. Like I said, just a tiny treat today. But if you take anything from this, just know even if you are in a super busy season, where can you give yourself a little bit of a break? Where can you set a boundary? and welcome a little bit more self-love and self-care into your life, because that, Sasha and I are very busy and we love it. But also, we recognize if we're not taking care of ourselves, then we cannot continue to serve and take care of the people that we are serving as clients to
Yeah.
our standard, which is pretty high. In your own life, if you need to set a boundary, even if it's temporary or maybe it's long term, we invite you to set your boundary. If you want to talk about it in the comments, please drop it down below. We'd love to have that conversation. Otherwise, I will link in our description box our Instagrams where you can find our link trees to work with us or connect with us. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. I almost said Yahoo.
Yahoo. This is not
Yahoo.
Yahoo. Who
I was born
uses Yahoo anymore?
I was born in the 1900s. Leave me alone.
Fair.
Yahoo. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify and go ahead and hop on over to Sculpt Sessions with Sash, hosted every Sunday. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.